Yes, which was pretty awesome. Some of them were
Off the top of my head, compared.
You are now listening to the Voices of Dubai.
You're listening
Watching the Voices of Dubai with Joe Hage.
This is the Voices of Dubai.
Abdulla, welcome to the Voices of Dubai. Thank you for joining me today.
Thanks to you, Joe. I'm so glad and honored, honestly, to be with you here in this amazing podcast. And I can see like you are really going to a very fabulous place with this podcast.
Thank you. Thank you for your words. It means a lot to me because my main motivation behind this podcast is, as you know, I've been in the audio field for the last 10 years, and I've met so many wonderful people like yourself and recorded so many different projects. So one of my main goals behind this project is to uncover the hidden faces behind the famous voices.
Exactly. And this is the catchy thing about this podcast, because, you know, there's a lot of voices, we hear them, but who is this voice? Like, we are curious to see the face behind this voice. So thank you for the great idea. And I just wish you all the best, inshallah, in this season, in the upcoming seasons. Inshallah, you will have like more than 10 seasons.
Thank you, bro. Thank you very much. I remember the first time we met was in 2018. I was still working at SoundStruck Studios as a creative producer. And the first session we recorded together, I believe, was a radio spot for Clymb in Abu Dhabi.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Since then, we've had the chance to work on multiple projects throughout the years. And yeah, it's exciting for me to see how you've evolved in your field as well. You're now an MC, you know, a live event MC, a voiceover talent, and also the radio presenter at Khaleejiya.
Exactly.
So I want you to tell us more about your background. How did you start? Like, what's your background first?
Okay, like, you know, it's a very interesting and long story, but I will try to make it like not really very long. It started in 2000. Like, I was 13 years old, and I loved something called media, radio, TV, but mostly radio. I love radio. I used to listen to radio like crazy, all day long, listening to the presenters, how they talk, how they pronounce things, how they, you know, play with their voices. I loved it. Can you imagine, like 13 years old, but still I understood that there is something called playing with the voice. I used to love it, and I used to tell my mother, like, I want to be a presenter. You know, she was like, no, like, why you're thinking of that? So I remember, like, I won a prize from a radio station here in the country. So once we reached there, I told her, just speak with them. I want to be a presenter. She was like, okay. My boy want to be a presenter. Can you shut him? You know, like, I want to have peaceful mind. So I remember they took me to the studio, and the engineering there, the sound engineering, once we finished, he was like, no, boy, you have something. There is something in you, like you will be something in the future. So they gave me just an opportunity to host or to co-host a kids show every Friday. And the first person who made me fall in love, like literally and officially with radio, was Marlene Tanias. Like, she really helped me a lot, and she made me fall in love with this microphone and the environment, you know. After that, I stopped because of, you know, the school, and it was affecting my studies. So since 2000 till 2013 or 12, 2012, I heard there is a new radio station is launching, and they want local talents. I was like, let's hit it. Like, I don't have anything to lose. So I sent them a horrible demo by email, literally horrible. And thank God they called me. They was like, listen, we think you have something, so can you come to our studio and redo it again? So I went there, and boom, it worked. Like, they told me in the beginning, we're going to have you as intern for 6 months, and after that, maybe we will take you, maybe not. At this time, I was working in Davza as a security inspector. And within 2 months, they said, no, Abdullah, we want you full-time. Wow. You're not intern anymore, we want you full-time. So from here, like the end of 2012, I officially became radio presenter.
Wow. And do you remember that auditioning process? Like, do you remember going to the
Definitely.
studio and what did they make you go through? Like,
Okay, they told me you have a competition. Just try to grab the attention of the listeners that you have a competition. And of course, I'm holding the paper. It was shaking, like مرحبا وياكم Abdullah. Like it was kind of terrifying for me. And it's funny to say this, for all these years we are working in this industry. Whenever I see the microphone, no, there is a respect for this, and it brings a fear to you. So imagine, like, I didn't host any show for a long time since I was kid until this moment. So once I saw the microphone, I forgot it all, and I tried my best to do a voice demo. And it was a link, like just welcome the listeners, tell them you have a competition, tell them the SMS number, and this is it. And that was the first audition with them. And after that they said come, and you will be with the flagship presenter we have in the station. She will teach you. She will train you. Of course, Uns Shildi, she was like the one who adopted me, let's say, in this station, and she really did a fabulous job with me. And since that time, I started, like, let's say, improving myself and teaching myself by myself with a lot of shows that I did during this period, because I was, like, let's say, the drive time, then the breakfast show, then the night show, then the afternoon show, then doing coverage, then doing interviews. And sometimes I was hosting shows that I don't know anything about the topic, which is sports show. Excuse me. I don't know anything about sports. I just know there is something called football, something called basketball. Thank you so much. But hosting a weekly show talking about sports for 4 hours, man, it was a nightmare for me. But I need to do it. I need to do it. Medical stuff, like I'm not really very familiar with the medical stuff. This is another thing. Women's show, can you imagine? Like me, Abdullah, hosting a show, talking like it's dedicated for ladies. Now the presenter was off, and they need someone to cover the show. Like, Abdullah, cover the show. It's like, no, me, like, it doesn't make sense, But I did it. I did it. This is my job. You need to be flexible. You need to go with the flow. Whatever is required from you, just learn from it, because this is how you'll grow. If you will be like just sitting in the chair and no, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that, Habibi, you will stay in your place for ages.
I love that. I love that. And would you say that trying so many different types of shows, to present different categories, different subjects, would you say that this increased your self-confidence behind the microphone?
Definitely. Because if I will go to the first episode, for example, the sports show, the football clubs, I don't know the names. Like, I just know Barcelona, Real Madrid. Okay, there is names, like, literally it's super weird for me. And it turned into a comedy show, not a sports show, because all the names I'm saying, they're wrong. The good thing, the listeners, they know that I'm not into sports, so they started correcting me. No, Abdullah, this one, we say it in that way. Mention this club, like they have a very important match today or tomorrow, So I started, like, getting the content from the listeners, like, okay, guys, you know better, because for me, I will start talking about maybe the boys who's living or playing in the neighborhood, the football that's playing there, and I started getting the content from them because they felt me like, okay, Abdullah is in trouble, and they are like the loyal listeners that, we really adore them. They become a family and a friend, more than a listener and a presenter. So this is it. And it helped me, like, at least if later on I will face the same issue, at least now I can manage. I have a little bit of knowledge instead of zero knowledge.
Sure. It's awesome to hear the sense of community and that support that you got from your community.
Yeah.
It's something really important, I imagine, especially in a subject, or if you're talking about something that you really don't know anything about. To have people, like, support you and, help out, that's very generous of them.
Exactly. I want to add something also. The good thing about our job is you will keep learning day after day, minute after minute. I still remember the first time ever they sent me to the International Boat Show. what is the boats? And they said, you need to go there, you need to host the show, to talk about boats, to talk about, and I was like, okay, I know a boat is just a boat, like something on the sea and it's sail or whatever it is. I don't know anything. I went there to the place, like let's say 30 minutes or 1 hour earlier. I started collecting the booklets and brochures they give away there about the place, of course the website of the event, and I started studying it just to know what I'm going to talk about. Thank God, 2 hours, like the show was for 2 hours. Thank God it went very well.
Wow.
Because I tried, like it was kind of immediate action to understand what I'm going to talk about. Because if I started reading, listeners will definitely know that I'm reading. I'm not talking. I'm reading, and this is a huge difference. And our listeners are. Or in general, listeners are clever. They know if this person is reading to me or they are telling me, or this presenter is telling me something.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Abdullah, I'm curious, do you remember your first voiceover session ever?
Oh, yes. I will never forget this experience. It was for Dolphin Energy. It was the first time ever for me to go to a studio to record a session. It was a fabulous experience. I even uploaded it, I guess, in my own YouTube, because I was super proud of it. Like, this is my first session, So I loved it. Yeah, of course.
Do you remember the year and which studio?
2013 with Mr. Hassan in
Metro Media, right?
Media.
Yes.
Yeah. Of course, this guy, I love him, Mr. Hassan. Like, he was the first person who introduced me, let's say, to the voiceover market. And if I will say that I got improved, it was because of his help and assistant.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. And do you think, is there a moment in your career where you felt that there was a shift for you? So let's say you were at a constant level. Did you experience some sort of event or moment where you saw that your career started to shift positively for you?
Yes. Actually, since I joined Khaleejiya 100.9, our lovely station, I call it my second home, and I really feel it's my second home. I got a lot of opportunities, from hosting concerts, from interviewing very important people, being all over the country in a lot of events, hosting my show literally from Abu Dhabi to Fujairah, like all over and across the country. But the big moment for me was the first concert I hosted in 2018 or 19, 2019 in Global Village. I was just one of the audience in Global Village for years, and to be the one who will host this concert and to stand in this huge stage, seeing thousands and thousands of people are just like staring at me, it was literally a nightmare. The first concert, like, it was a nightmare. I was shaking. And the good thing about me, but my body, it will show maybe that I'm shaking, but my voice will never affect.
Wow.
Yeah. So I was like crazy and super excited, like, are you ready? Are you ready? I felt like I'm repeating myself, but I was like kind of terrified, Later on, it became my home. Like, okay, we have a concert, yalla, let's do it. 3, 2, 1, RJ on stage. Hello, everyone. Khalas. It became my game, let's say.
Wow.
And I really enjoy it. In Global Village. The team there, they are also a family. You never feel like you're just like an MC, you'll just do your job and leave. No. I love to go like 2 hours earlier just to be with the team, to have our chit chat, to talk about the concert, what we are going to do, if there is anything we need to do on stage to focus on. So that was the big moment for me.
Awesome. And I'm sure like you've experienced that before. A lot of professional speakers, professional MCs, professional voiceover talent, we can experience some sort of stage fright, if you will. How did you overcome these feelings of stage fright or, imposter syndrome, for example?
Okay, it's funny to say this, but until this moment, I have an insecurity about speaking in English in public.
Oh, really?
No, maybe because we are just one-to-one, and if I say something wrong, maybe you'll correct me, which is okay. But in public, like, okay, whenever you're going on stage, you are the MC. You know, you are the master of this place. So if you say something wrong, like it's not really good for your image. So I have this fear every time. And the first time ever I was asked to host in English, I can't really recall the year, maybe 2017. It was for Mercedes-Benz. There was an event for the AMG anniversary. When they reached me, they told me, Abdullah, we want you to speak more Arabic, less English. I was like, fair enough. Like, okay, maybe the English, hi, how are you, how's it going? You know, the basics. When I went there, at the day of the event, they said, no, Habibi, more English, less Arabic. I was like, don't do this to me. He said, yes, you will do it. You will do it. You know, once I went there and I started staring to the people like, I will talk in English with all those people, you know. It went well. Like in the beginning, it went well until a moment I got stuck with a word. Like, you know, sometimes when you speak, you get stuck with a word, especially if the letters are close to each other. For example, the word that I got stuck with was successful. So I started like, successful, you know? And the people started laughing at me. I was like, it's funny, right? Like, oh my goodness, what can I do? And it went well. It went well. After that, I started doing another MC jobs. They're requiring me to do it, or they're requesting me to do it in English. I still have this moment of fear, but I'm going through it. I'm going through it.
Wow, so even after all your years of experience, that fear is still there?
Definitely.
Wow.
Well,
Wow.
This is natural, and this is healthy, actually. You know, because if you reach the level of I'm a star. I'm okay with everything I can do. You know, put me whatever you want, I will kill it. You know, no, this is not healthy at all. The fear is a human nature. You know, and you should fear. You should feel afraid of a session you're recording or being on stage, or for us as radio presenters. You know. Opening the microphone and we go live, we don't record. So basically, if I said one little bad word, I'm gone, you know, I will be in trouble. So this is stressful, and you need to have this fear, you know. This is super healthy.
Wow, that's awesome to hear that. What advice would you give to someone who's interested in joining the voiceover industry and also starting a career as an RJ or an MC?
Well, a talent. First of all, there should be a talent, you know, because sometimes in my life, I have this conversation from time to time from people that, hey, I want to be a presenter. Okay, let me listen how you can do it. Man, there is no voice. Now we are talking in radio. Now I will talk about my expert. Like I'm expert in radio and VO. I'm not going to talk about TV. Radio and voiceover jobs are all based on the voice. If there is a voice, a beautiful voice, yes, we can work on your voice. You should find your identity. Don't copy any other voiceovers. Maybe you, Joe, like you have a beautiful voice and you influenced me, you know? So I will copy you. No. Just, okay, you're an influencer. Thank you so much. I got the influence from you. Here I will start building myself. How can I build myself? By reading loudly. Like the newspaper, a book or something. Read it loud. Go to your bedroom, close the door, start reading loud. Make it noisy. Like keep reading loudly. Here you will learn how to not to be a monotone. Here you will learn how to go up and down with your voice. Here you will find your identity in how to deliver the content you want to deliver, you know, in a perfect way to the person who's listening to you.
That's awesome advice. Thank you for that, Abdullah.
Anytime, Habib.
And I'm curious. So you've recorded for some of the biggest brands across the globe and in the U.A.E. Now we're talking Amazon, Honda, Global Village, Jeep, and I'm sure I'm forgetting lots of them.
No worries.
Was there a session or a brand in particular that really stood out for you, that was really, I don't know, that really affected you in a positive way or a negative way?
Definitely. Let's not talk about negativity. We are here to spread love.
Spread love and joy. Yeah.
And yeah, exactly. Actually, the most beautiful experience I had was with the incredible Mohammed Saeed Harib. Like they produced a kids show called Siraj. It's a show that teach the kids the Arabic letters and to put it in sentences and all these stuff. So I was honored to do a character, which was, I don't know what they call it in English.
شو بالعربي?
لقلق.
I don't even know what that is.
It's one of the birds, you know.
Okay.
Not flamingo, I don't know. المهم.
A parrot?
No. The one with the long legs.
Oh.
It's
Not flamingo?
Maybe flamingo.
Is it pink?
No, he was a white.
Pelican, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So anyway, I was this character, and what was interesting about it, like, I'm not seeing anything, you know? I did dubbing before. I was seeing, like, it was like a Western cartoon, and we were dubbing it to Arabic, you know? But that one, it was from scratch, you know?
So you had no visuals?
No, nothing.
Wow.
Nothing. Like the client was there. She was trying to fire my imagination, you know? She was explaining the story. Like, okay, imagine like you are entering the studio. Like the character was also a presenter.
Okay.
Yeah, he was a radio presenter, but very old-fashioned presenter, you know? So she said, like, you're entering the studio, you're a superstar, but you're asking cheesy questions, you know, and very old questions that even 5-year-old boy will know how to answer it, you know? So here we started, like, implementing my imagination to know how can I deliver my voice to a character that this is the implements, let's say, for this character. So it was amazing. And when I saw it on YouTube, it was just like, I felt super proud.
Nice.
Like, yeah.
And did you feel that that your performance matched the visual?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Because, you know, as I said, the character required, I'm having the ego of I'm the biggest presenter ever, you know? So, and then when the kids started telling him, no, Lu-Ay, your questions are super cheesy, you're super old, definitely you're getting fired and your boss will fire you. So you need to improve your style. And here, I loved how he interacted with the kids and, okay, let's do it together. Let's implement or to improve my show and my way in hosting the show.
Wow, that's really interesting.
Yeah.
Because you were talking about that. You were saying, like, always have, be flexible. You were saying that earlier, like,
Definitely.
be flexible.
Definitely.
And, you know, don't say, oh, no, this is not for me, or I can't do this, I won't do this. Like, basically what I'm hearing, and correct me if I'm wrong, is don't have an ego.
Sure.
Be open to learn new things, be open to improve, continue to improve on your skills,
Definitely.
and take feedback from others.
Definitely. Until this moment, I still feel like I'm new in the field. Whenever I got a call from any studio to record for a recording session, I go there and I deal with them like I'm new in this field. Let me learn. What do you want? Especially if the client is there. And I will just have a talk with them, like, just enlighten me. What do you want me to do? How do you want me to deliver this? Is there any certain word you want me to focus on? There is very flexible clients, and there is some clients maybe they will be very strict, and maybe they will make you repeat the same sentence for hundreds of times until you reach what they want. I know it's annoying sometimes, and it bothers you as a voiceover artist, but still, like, you need to be flexible, you know, because this client, you might work with him in the future, you know. So if you refused this job, or you just show them like, ugh, you guys, you just made me feel like I'm not a professional, I don't know what to do, blah, 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 blah. And don't forget, people talk. This client, if they had a very bad experience with me, they're going to talk with other clients, like, oh my goodness, we had a session with this bad Abdulla, you know, he was super bad with us. No one will work with me. I will stay home.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm curious to know your thoughts about this next topic, and this is something, you know, I ask all of our guests, you know, because it's something that really impacted our industry. As you know, after COVID, we've seen a big shift in the industry. You know, we used to go in person to studios, meet with creatives, clients, the producers, the sound engineers, and, you know, many people during a voiceover session. Now, most sessions are done remotely over Zoom or Google Meet. How do you feel about this change, about this development?
I'm not loving it, honestly. You can say that I'm old-fashioned in this specific point. I love to go to the studio. I love to meet people there. I love to meet the client in person, not over Zoom or any other meeting platforms. Let's say, being in person it gives another taste. Let's say in this job that you're doing. Recording at home now it's easier. Honestly, like I'm at home, I got a call from you, Abdullah, I want to record this. Okay, I'll go open my computer, my microphone, خلاص, it's done. But still, I prefer like going to the studio, meeting the engineering there and the client, and we can have a coffee and we talk. You want this, you want that, you want this, you want that, and then we will have the beautiful outcome that it will come from our like gathering
Yes.
in the studio. I feel this is the perfect way to do it. I'm not against the home studios that it's happening right now, but still, no, I prefer, again, going to the studio.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
having that sense of collaboration in person, right?
Definitely. Because, the eye contact, like I'm recording, you are like recording for me. From your eyes, I will understand, like, no, repeat this, don't say that. It's a human connection.
Sure,
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Abdullah, I'm curious, is there any script or project that you recorded in the past that you still remember to this day? And if so, would you please give us a sample?
Yeah, like I'm super proud, honestly, with my job with Global Village, because I'm the IVR for Global Village. Even the announcer, when you will go there, you will hear me telling you, like, smoking is not allowed in this place, smoke in the dedicated places. We are closing in 15 minutes, So whenever I go there, I feel like really I'm home, like my voice is all over the place. And of course, the concerts that I hosted in this beautiful place. So let's say, زوارنا الكرام، ستغلق القرية العالمية أبوابها بعد 15 دقيقة.
Amazing.
This is it.
Amazing. That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So your voice is also on the phone whenever you call them?
Yes.
Wow. So from IVR to the live events that you present as an MC, to the voice they hear for announcements and guidance.
Yeah.
Any radio spots you've done for them or online commercials?
And radio, yeah, like their concerts. If there is any concert coming soon, so we are recording the ads for them. So I'm telling you, like, I'm really involved in everything with this beautiful destination. So yeah, I love working with them.
That's great, man.
Yeah.
That's great. How has your career as an RJ and as a live event MC affected your voiceover career?
It taught me how to use my voice. Because as a radio presenter, I'm a storyteller. I'm not a reader. We just mentioned that about reading and telling. When I'm talking to my listeners, I'm talking to them with things like it's all content, It's and especially my show is all about tech. So basically, I'm checking the news, what's up in the industry of technology, But still, like, whenever I'm telling you as two friends are talking about a new gadget or a new technology that it's coming, or etc. The job in radio, it taught me how to play with my voice, how to deliver to the listeners. If I want to focus on a word or to grab their attention with a certain thing, I can do it with my voice. So basically, it's all based on the voice, and it's your game to know how to play with your voice to grab the attention of listeners.
Nice.
Yeah.
Speaking of technology, we've seen a rise in AI voices, and AI technology has really evolved to a point where literally they can clone any voice under the sun. What do you think about this, and what do you think it's going to do to the voiceover industry? Do you think it's a threat, or do you think otherwise?
Now, in general, AI is terrifying me. The whole concept of the AI, whenever I see something on social media, like this was created by AI, I was like, what's coming? what we are going to see in the future. Like, it's super terrifying. In VO jobs, I think it will not be a threat. It might help in a way. Um, First of all, we're humans, and the human, it's totally different, of course, than AI, because the human can, again, play with his voice. AI is just like, it's a software, you will just enter whatever you want, press enter, it will say the sentence that it was written, without any feelings. We are humans, we are full of feelings. I can be emotional, I can be cheerful, I can be casual, I can be formal, I can play with all these, categories, let's say. The AI will never do that, I don't know if later on they will do, okay, hey AI, just do it in a very emotional way, maybe, I'm not sure. But I feel like and this job is always, it will be always related to humans more than any other jobs. Okay, AI maybe can do a fabulous job in the visuals, in images, in videos. Okay, go for it. It's up to you guys. But our job, no, I don't think so. It might be maybe they will use it, but I don't think so. It will be for a huge percentage from the entire job.
I'm curious, what is your definition of a great voiceover talent?
The definition of great voiceover talent: humble and easygoing. He should be easygoing, going with the flow. Never ever showing ego in a job that it's offered to him or to the clients that he's dealing with. The voiceover always needs to have his own identity. So whenever you will hear this person, you will know, okay, I'm here, I'm listening to Joe, I'm listening to Abdullah, I'm listening to X, Y, Z, This is your identity. How many voiceovers and presenters, let's say, there is a lot of people that they are influenced by others. So literally you feel that you're listening to the main person. Then you will be shocked now, oh, no, this is another person. But oh my goodness, like he is copycat. It's just like the same exact person. So this is very, very, very important point. Find your identity and your voice.
Awesome. Thank you for that. And you were just talking about influence, and I want to hear your take on that. Have you had any mentors or people that really, I know you mentioned a couple of names earlier. Was there someone that really taught you and really took you under their wing, so to speak, and taught you the ropes as an RJ or as a voiceover talent?
As I mentioned in the beginning, when I was kid, it was Marlene Tanius. When I joined the first radio station as an adult, it was Ons Shildi. She was the first one to tell me about reading loudly. And when she told me about that, I was like, why you are asking me to read loudly? I felt stupid. But when I started practicing, I really understood okay, now I got your point. While reading loudly, here you can learn how to play with your voice, how to deliver, and all these stuff. So these two ladies, they were super helpful for me in my career. Later on, I started teaching myself with the situation that I've been through. And sometimes by the way, I'm a person who loves to go back in the days and listen to my old recordings. I love that. I love to see how I was and how I am now. And I still have the first show I went on air. It was super stressful for me because I was the first Emirati presenter in this station, and the first show for me, and it was the National Day. Wow. So it was triple 3-in-1, it was, Abdullah, you're going in a nightmare. Good luck. So whenever I hear this show, I feel the voice is totally different, super afraid, and being on air like since a very long time, and this time was like my first time to go on air. It's super amazing to see the implement and the improvement, let's say, in my career and in the way how I present and how I host the show. Here I was like in this time I was in a style. Then I went to a crazy style, very super fast, super cheerful, you know. Later on, no, I learned how to chill a bit. And it depends on the show time. If it's a breakfast show and the drive show, these shows needs hyper, like to be a little bit active. You know, afternoon show, night shows are kind of chill. To be relaxed, you know, not to be in a rush, not to, you know, as we say in Arabic, like running, and, you know, and then you'll just, no, Habib, no, just chill, just chill, do your job, talk smoothly, and people will love it.
Awesome. I'm curious to know, Abdullah, what are some of the challenges that you experienced when you first joined the voiceover industry and started recording for those big brands that we record now for?
Yeah. Now, the challenges is to deliver what the client wants and the classic Arabic. I'm good in Arabic, you know, I'm not really bad, but sometimes I have the grammar mistakes. And it's something bad, you know, to record a job and it goes online, on air, and there's a mistake. It's not good for the client, it's not good for my image as well. Like as a Arabic voiceover, and still I have mistake in the Arabic grammars. So that's why before recording, we go through the whole script if it's in classic Arabic. So I was saying, yeah, like we go through the whole script. So we know how the pronunciation should be, you know, so we make sure that it's perfect. There is no any mistakes in it.
When you say pronunciation, are you talking about the tashkil?
Exactly,
Okay,
exactly.
okay.
I don't know how to say it in English. So
Yeah. That I can relate to 1,000,000%, by the way. And I have two people to thank for tashkil because I used to struggle. Now I'm continuing to improve on a daily basis.
MashaAllah.
But two people have helped me with the tashkil. One of them is Muhammad Yusuf, and the second one is Nasim Ramadan.
Oh,
I have these two people to thank. To me, they're masters of the Arabic language.
MashaAllah,
You know,
yeah.
you can tell. You know, they can go through a script, an Arabic script, and instantly know where to put those accents.
exactly.
The tashkil.
Exactly. No, mashallah, you mentioned like two big names in the voiceover industry, and I wish I can learn from them and meet them in person because, mashallah, they are really big names, and I would love to have the influence from them.
Well, maybe we'll make a Voices of Dubai community gala or
Please
a
go
gala
for
dinner
it.
and have you as the MC for it.
I will be very honored to do that.
That'd be awesome, man.
Habibi.
Abdullah, thank you so much. I want to take this time to acknowledge all the work you do. I want to acknowledge your positive energy. Every time we speak and every time I see you, you have this amazing positive energy about you. You were talking about advice you would give someone who's interested in joining the field. And all I can think about was you are these traits that you named.
Yeah.
You said be humble, be authentic, and find your unique voice. And also learn, be flexible. Learn from other people, take feedback, improve. So I want to acknowledge you for that, man. Thank you.
Habibi. And also there is another point I really want to mention is, life is not easy. Like, you're not getting things in a golden plate. You should work on yourself. You should never, ever reject any opportunity that life will give you. Maybe not all the people know about that, but I started since 2008 as customer service, as a banker. The salary was 3,500 dirhams, and I was super happy, like it was my first job. Then I moved to another bank. Then I moved to Dubai Customs. Then I moved to Dubai Airport Free Zone. Then I moved to media. And even in media, I kept moving from a company to company until I found my destination and my place that I want to stay for a long time, which is Khaleejiya at ARN. The improvement in my life, it was because I never said no. You know, whenever I'm getting opportunity and new experiences, or just like, let's do this. Maybe it affected my studies. I didn't complete my studies. I just stopped at high school. I'm feeling bad. Definitely, I'm feeling bad. I wish I can continue. And maybe, inshallah, this year I'm thinking of joining the university again.
Wow.
You know, because I'm 36 now. And I feel I should have a degree to keep it with me for the future. You know, yes, I have a fabulous job, alhamdulillah. I did everything that I can do by my own work and on hard work, let's say, and all the challenges I got through life. But still, the degree is degree. And I'm always pushing whoever is around me and telling me, like, we are going to study. Oh my goodness, I feel super happy. I feel like I'm going to study, you know? I keep pushing them. Let's do this. Go for it. Like, you got the bachelor, okay, go for the master's. You got the master's, why not PhD, you know? So I love seeing people getting success in this thing. Maybe because I didn't do it. So I feel happy when I'm seeing the people around me, or maybe not around me, someone that I know, maybe barely I know, but still, this point is very important. Again, just don't reject anything that it's coming by life. And we never graduated from high school or university and we will be managers the second day. No, it's
A process.
a
right?
process. It's a stairs. Take it step by step, until inshallah you will reach the level of your dreams. And if you are a hard worker, definitely you will be paid for it. Like,
Wow.
life will really give you the reward for that.
Love this, man. Love this. Your attitude, Abdullah, honestly, it's really inspiring.
Habibi.
This is proof, you are proof that you don't need an education to be great at what you're doing. The attitude that you have of being positive, wanting to learn, not having the ego stand in the way of you and your career or by learning from others, I really believe that is one of the keys to success, and clearly you're an example of that. So thank you very much, man.
Habibi, Joe, thank you so much for you, man. And yeah, I wish our episode will give a good impact to the listeners and or to the audience in general. And I hope we will influence them, inshallah.
Inshallah, man. Thank you, Abdullah.
Thank you.